Hello, Transurfer and the Transurfing Curious. My name is Renee Garcia and this is TransurfingTV, and we are in the midst of Alice in Wonderland week. We are breaking down some of the scenes and some of the characters in Alice in Wonderland from a transurfing perspective. This was actually a recommendation to me and I jumped on it because probably like most of you, I encountered this story at a very, very young age, and now returning to it, I'm like, holy smokes, there is so much symbolism and transurfy things and social sort of like commentary between the lines. It's actually quite powerful when you start breaking it down. If you have missed some, go back and take a look. We will put them into a playlist also so you can watch the full series. There will be 7 of them. Before I get started, remember to like this video and comment below. My world is taking care of me to enter my daily giveaway for some of my reprogramming stickers and Reality 2.0 teachable course, link below. Take a trip to Wonderland, y'all. That's what it's all about. So yes, today I'm going to go over the Queen, one of the most powerful and attention-grabbing characters, really, in my opinion. Alice learns of the Queen and her ways, her angry ways, very early in the story. I think it was either the Cheshire Cat or the caterpillar that warns her originally. But it is a fascinating character because really what it boils down to is this reality, Wonderland, all of its components. It is completely created by the Queen of Hearts. It is the Queen of Hearts kingdom, and she is the ruler of Wonderland. So if you want to look at that from a transurfing perspective, she's the one that's kind of creating the reality for Alice, if you want to look at it that way. And she is the ultimate pendulum. So again, ruler of Wonderland, Pendulum City, right? And she is also, in my opinion, the heart of Alice's existential dilemma. It's really a character that is provoking fear. She's symbolizing fear for Alice. But in the end, Alice sort of realizes that she's just a playing card. So, God, I mean, this is so loaded up with meaning, right? Because, you know, as Kennedy said, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. And we sort of encounter pendulums like this that evoke fear from us. Are really provocative, get us responsive, right? Get us dialed in, get us sort of looking to the end of the line, whatever that is, in a fearful way. So right now we could say this is very much the case with like the political stuff that's going on right now, the fact that we're in an election year, the media, all that kind of stuff. It's like the narrative is a fear-inducing narrative, but as we will all see, and mark my words, I mean, there definitely is going to be some crap that's going to go down, but really the thing that is at the end of this narrative is a very blown out of proportion fear, right? It's just a playing card in the end. It's not a real thing. So when Alice ends up at the trial in the end of the story, she realizes that the Queen never actually executes anyone. The power only lies in the rhetoric, right? The power is in the exaggerated, blown up anger and fear narrative that everyone in Wonderland seems to be adhering to. Oh my God, isn't that really what's happening right now? So the Queen represents also that Wonderland is actually devoid of any true substance because, just like I said, she realizes that the queen never actually executes anyone. And then at the very, very end of the story, Alice gets she gets condemned, right? Off with her head is what the queen says. And then she decides that she's going to not act in she's not going to be responsive with fear, and the playing cards start to come at her, and then she wakes up, and instead of playing cards falling on her, it's actually leaves falling on her, and her sister is waking her up. She realizes that the whole thing was a dream, and she actually wasn't going to be beheaded by the playing cards. She was just in a dream. So this is so representative of what happens when we adhere to the standards of a pendulum, or the narrative of a pendulum rather. We get so wrapped up, we get so immersed with all of our senses, we forget that we are sleeping. And this is really where I see myself and I see my reality, because if you really want to overlay the story of Alice in Wonderland and Reality Transurfing, if Alice would have realized that she was in a dream from the get, she could have had more control over the narrative of the story, rather than it headed in a direction of something to be feared. So again, the queen represents a pendulum that really doesn't have any ultimate standing. It is creating a reality for all the characters in Alice in Wonderland, but at the end, again, Alice realizes the queen never actually beheads anyone. She isn't really a character to be taken seriously, and then ultimately Alice just wakes up. So my question I leave you with today: what does this character represent for you? So what could be creating your reality right now that is not in line with you, or your intentions, or a high version of reality for you? This might be a domineering and controlling or abusive parent, or a domineering, controlling, abusive spouse. This could be an employer. This could be you tuning in too much to the media, or politics, or social media. I'm now speaking out against the addiction to social media and our phones. And as I've been saying, the phones are creating our reality for us, right? So is this representative of your phone, or of Facebook, or some other social media platform? And when you withdraw from this pendulum, you will see, as I have, completely cutting out politics, media, and any social media that doesn't have anything to do with my transurfing endeavor. As I have retracted from this, when I caught myself, right, I see my reality waking up inside the dream, I realize that there isn't actually anything there. It again is like a house of cards. It is a narrative that's fear-based, but it doesn't actually perform any actions or really make a reality for me in my physical reality, right? It is only a virtual reality, just like the dream that Alice was in. So what again is the Queen of Hearts representing for you in your reality right now? And how can you wake up within that narrative, realize that an entity, a pendulum, is creating your reality for you, take back your control, and start, resume your ability to create your own reality? That's really what it boils down to at the end of the day, is you maintaining control of your ability to create your own reality, and not letting characters, pendulums, entities, all sorts of other external stuff creating your reality for you. So let me know your thoughts on this one, everybody. Curious to know what you think, and again, stay tuned for the other ones or look at the ones prior. There will be 7 of them, and thank you so much for watching my video. Bye guys.